because I am not a solace to anybody. I am here to disturb the shit out of you.
Namaste, world raisers. Sabine and Roger here, and today we're gonna watch what Einstein has in common with a yogi. And Spectroid asked us to cover Einstein and Sadhguru, and this is the video we picked.
Yeah, great pick. I know about Einstein a little bit. Genius. However, I did not know he had anything in common with yogis, so I'm quite intrigued. So let's find out what Sadhguru has to say about Einstein.
Yoga does not mean twisting your body, standing on your head, holding your breath, or some other nonsense. The religions of the world have been screaming for a long time that God is everywhere. When Einstein said E is equal to mc squared, that is not his living experience. That is his mathematical deduction.
Cool. Intro.
This question is not related to yoga. Okay, Sadhguru, there were questions that I have come with, and one of those is, what was the reason of creation of this universe?
Why are you asking me? I didn't do it. No, you first said it's not related to yoga. There's nothing which is not related to yoga. Because yoga means union. Yoga does not mean twisting your body, standing on your head, holding your breath, or some other nonsense. Yoga means union. Union means all-inclusiveness. Everything has become one in your experience. Now, this is not our idea, because that is the way existence is, that it is all-inclusive. There is nothing here which you can separate from the other. Today, modern science is proving it to you beyond any doubt that the whole existence is just one energy. Yes? The religions of the world have been screaming for a long time that God is everywhere. Whether you say God is everywhere, or you say everything is one energy, are you talking about different realities or the same reality?
Same.
God is everywhere, everything is one energy. Are we talking about the same thing? A scientist never experienced this, he only mathematically deduced it. When Einstein said E is equal to mc squared, that is not his living experience. That is his mathematical deduction. A religious person never experienced it, he just believes it because somebody that he believes in said so. Now, yoga means you are a hard case. You are not willing to settle for deductions or belief systems, you want to know it. So, if you sit here, if you can experience the whole existence as yourself, then you're in yoga. So there is no question not related to yoga, okay? It is very related. Now what you're asking is, why creation? Isn't it? When it comes to creation, you never ask why, you ask how. Because if you ask why creation, I can tell you, one day, God had nothing to do, he was playing marbles. One marble fell this way and became planet Earth, another flew up and became sun. Shall I continue? This is a ridiculous story, you don't like it, but I can tell you a nice elaborate story which you would like to believe. Take a little more time, that's all. If I tell you a more elaborate story, you will believe, isn't it? If you believe, you have an interesting story going, a positive story. If you disbelieve my story, you have a negative story going. But both ways you're not any closer to reality than you are right now, isn't it? Yes or no? If you believe my story, does it get it close to you? If you disbelieve my story, does it get it close to you? No. You will just have stories. Maybe what I'm telling you is a true story. Even if it is a true story, still it doesn't get you access to reality, isn't it? Maybe I am telling you a true story, but even if it is a true story, in your experience it is just a story, isn't it? Stories will entertain you, stories will solace you, stories will not liberate you, you must know this. So you must decide, first of all, are you looking for solace or are you looking for a solution? If you're looking for solace, you just came to the wrong place, because I'm not a solace to anybody. I'm here to disturb the shit out of you. If you had not asked questions, I will raise those questions for you. This is not a place to say everything will be okay, don't worry, everything will be all right. They've been saying this to you for a long time. That'll help you to sleep well tonight. I'm not interested whether you sleep well or not. I'm interested that you come awake tomorrow morning. What's your interest? So people have been focusing on how to put you to sleep. So they told you stories. I won't tell you a story because if you ask why, I can only tell you a story, isn't it? Right now, this question has come. If you are feeling right now ecstatic, would you ask why creation? You would be glad you're created, isn't it? Right now, the experience of life has become burdensome somehow. That is when you ask, why all this creation? So first, let's change the experience of life, then the right questions will come. Right now, the question itself is coming from a wrong perspective, because you are not asking this question with the right sense of depth in it. Very easily you are articulating this question. You are asking, what is the basis of my existence? You are asking, what is the nature of my existence? But you are asking it too casually because you still do not know the pain of ignorance. You're still enjoying your ignorance. You still believe ignorance is bliss. You are not being torn apart by the pain of ignorance. If such a thing was happening, then I would answer this in a different way. If you could not ask the question, if tears came to you, if you just thought about the question, then I will answer it in a completely different way, which is not verbal. But now you are so clearly articulating the question, you do not know the depth of the question that you're asking yet.
Bravo.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Very, very deep. That wasn't very much about Einstein, I must say.
Oh, I totally forgot about Einstein.
Yeah, just a little bit there of so Einstein's deduction and the mathematical formula E equals mc squared, and just what scientists has now revealed about, everything is one energy manifesting into form, everything is God, same thing. So yeah, but then got right into, like, what is the nature of our existence, or why do we exist? Why does the universe exist? Like I always said, it's the wrong question. We need to ask how, right? And then, and then seek that truth, or even the why. But the point is, to get so exacerbated with our own ignorance, our own suffering, and our own delusions, to truly want to experience, the truth of, that question, to realize, self-realization, and to understand, the oneness of existence, beyond just belief systems, right? So that's why, I could tell you a story and then you believe it. And I love what he's saying there, right? Because, that's true. So some enlightened spiritual mystics and beings attained the answer to that question, and then revealed it. And then a lot of people couldn't really understand it. Even today, we can't really understand that. It's beyond the intellect. So instead of just knowing it and saying, yes, I believe that, we need to know it, right? Two very, very, very different things. So enlightenment, self-realization. Yeah, I think Sadhguru is doing an excellent job inspiring, his followers to truly seek that. His teachings are, very profound and very, direct. It's like, I like when he said, what did he say? I'm here to disturb the
shit out of you.
Disturb the shit out of you. Yeah, totally. Fantastic.
Yeah, very deep. And he was talking about silent transmission.
Oh, which part?
That's what I interpreted at the very end, right? If you ask the right question and if you're actually ripe in a way, and then you come to me and ask this question and I can see in your eyes you're ripe, then I don't have to use words to transmit the answer to you.
Yeah, totally, right? So in the presence of a guru, deep, profound. Yeah, so he didn't really talk too much about Einstein other than just to mention his mathematical formula. And then he dived into what, quantum physics and modern day science is teaching us now that, everything is one energy manifesting as all things. Very little about Einstein, but Einstein knowing through mathematical formulas, that everything is one. So, of course, he has that in common with the yogi to know that conceptually. However, a yogi with direct realization would know it experientially. So very cool. So didn't touch on. So Einstein, he did just through his genius. He, of course, knew that we were all one. One of his famous quotes, is that we're all trapped in the prison of our own, self-centeredness. It goes, a human being is part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. We experience ourselves, our thoughts and our feelings as something separate from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of consciousness. So, the first time I heard that quote from Einstein, I was like, but it's just his sheer genius that he came to those conceptual realizations.
And then you memorized it.
I memorized it, yes, because I actually included it as part of a speech that I did in business school. So I still, I used to know the whole quote. It's a really long quote, but a little bit. But anyways, Einstein, in common with the yogi. Very nice. Sadhguru. If you like this video as much as we did, remember to hit that like button and let us know down in the comments what you think of this teaching, if you were blown away by it like we were. And remember to subscribe. Really, really helps the channel. It keeps you up to date on our new videos coming out. Remember, raise yourself.
And raise the world. Thank you so much, everyone. And a very, very special thank you to all our members. We love you.
Peace.